As it's Tim, and this is the Pro Wrestling Unlimited podcast. We're here on a special episode today because we got a lot to talk about as far as TLC goes and mumps and meningitis and all that other stuff. We got Nick here with us. What's going on, Nick?
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a special edition of the podcast. Like Tim said, mumps, meningitis, and so much more. Very little more, as Jim Cornette would say. Taking your guys' calls today. Just about what's happening with everything that's going on. With TLC, we've got Kurt Angle wrestling. We've got Roman out. We've got Finn Balor taking on the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. EBW wrestling. Waited all day for this. We missed you too, buddy. I've been waiting for this as Daniel. Yo, crack a... Wait. Yo, check your rollies. Wait, what is it? Yo, crack a 40. And check your rollies. It's podcast time. What is going on, everybody? So happy to be here. I'm so ready for TLC. Meningitis is already the shovel on top, guys. Absolutely. I am calling you, says Plush Gamers. Yikes.
We'll be taking calls in just one moment.
Yeah, we'll be taking calls in a minute, guys. We're just getting set up. I'm a very big fan of WWE, Chris says. Chris, are you related to Chris Benoit? Just wondering. Timothy with some interesting emoji use in chat. I forgot the words. I think it's yo, Papa 40 and check your rollies. It's crime time. Brooklyn.
I think you're right there.
We're bringing the hood to you. We're bringing...
Right. So, you good there, Nick? You good?
Sorry, I just really miss crime time.
All right, so before we take calls, I'm just going to, in case there's anybody here in the live stream that's unaware exactly what's going on, I'm going to run it down real fast. So, not this past Monday, but the Monday previously, we found out that Wyatt was sick with some sort of undisclosed illness. They didn't say anything as far as, mentioning it, but The Miz did say during Miz TV, hey, get well soon, Bo. Bray Wyatt wasn't at that show either, even though he did do the Sister Abigail stuff that was pre-taped. They didn't want him at the show. And then this week, Bray and Bo and JoJo all missed the show. We then find out that Bo is in fact sick. We weren't sure, as of Monday night, we weren't sure with what still, but that it was so contagious they wanted to make sure that Bray and JoJo didn't come in contact and get it as well. Coming Tuesday, we find out that it's possibly viral meningitis. And I did some, if you didn't see my update video earlier after the live stream.
Wyatt, huh?
Huh?
You said Bo Wyatt, and everyone's making fun of you.
My bad. Anyways, so in case you're unaware, the reason they're testing, mumps can cause viral meningitis. So that's one of the things that's going around. But we found out, was it yesterday, I think, that Bray may have it. I couldn't confirm it because we didn't know. No one knew about JoJo. JoJo's mom tweeted out saying that she was fine. She didn't have any kind of illness. And then we find out today at about between 12 and 1 p.m. Pacific time, Roman's got it. Roman's out. Bray not going to make the show on Sunday. So who's going to fill in for Kurt? Or who's going to fill in for Roman? Kurt Angle. Who's going to fill in?
Spoiled it right there, you fuck.
Hey, who's going to fill in for Bray? AJ Styles. Then we find out that because of this mumps and viral meningitis, they're going to test the entire roster, at least the Raw roster. Now, with that, here's my concern. I don't know this, but if everyone's supposed to get tested before Sunday, wouldn't you think that you got to hope that the test results come back before, like, tomorrow? Because
you gotta hope the test results come back today, like, immediately.
You wouldn't want anybody, going in there and wrestling not knowing if they have it or not. You wouldn't want to say, hey, I got tested, but I can get results back, I'll be fine. No, you don't want to risk that. So now we go into Sunday's pay-per-view, and it's just like, okay, Kurt's going to be in the main event teaming with the Shield. AJ's going to take on Balor. They're still saying Balor's the demon. He's going to be in the paint. So I guess we're getting Pumpkin Finn, and that's where we stand right now. No one really knows anything else other than Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer did tweet that he was told they're looking to give a good amount of time to Finn and AJ. So that's a positive right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, definitely. And for those of you that do want to call into the show, 559-475-8473. Phone lines are probably already buzzing. We're going to take a fuck ton of calls tonight. So if you do call in, Here's what I'm going to ask you guys. Try to keep the calls just a little bit short, maybe 1 to 2 questions. Try to have your question ready. Don't have a time filler of also be aware that a lot of people do want to talk. So if you call once, maybe wait 45 minutes to call again. We want to get everybody as much as we can. And last but not least, be nice, be friendly. I don't care if you cuss, just don't directly make fun of anybody. Especially chat. We get a lot of youngins that call the show that do know a lot. So let's just try to be nice tonight. It's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be fun. So let's go ahead and
You want to take the first call? He's been calling since before he's been calling for a half hour. All right. And did it go? Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hi, this is Nick, right?
No, this is still the San Francisco Police Department. Don't worry, buddy.
Oh my God.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. I was just going to see if I would get over. Hopefully not to the police department this time, but yeah.
Luckily. So what's your comment or question about TLC, brother?
Oh, well, I got the news, man. I saw it on Facebook, and I was like, okay, I thought this was those little dream matches on 2K18. I was like, okay, maybe it was like that. So maybe okay, there's no way. And I saw it. I read the article, and I was like, oh, damn, this is real. That whole illness thing is real. I was like, oh, damn, okay.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was pretty insane finding out. So we're excited for it. Yeah. Thanks a lot, man.
Well, wait, was
up?
that it?
Do you have a question or anything?
Yeah, are you more excited now than you were before the match card? Is this updated match card make you want to watch it even more?
I don't know. I was excited in the first place. It's a pay-per-view. I like watching pay-per-views. It's fun and it's enjoyable. But I'm skeptical. I'm excited. I'm confused. I'm a little turned on.
Yeah, it is. There's no story, I would say, especially for the Balor AJ match. It's a dream match, but no story.
Yeah, no, definitely. It is a dream match, but there is no story. Tim?
Yeah, I'm maybe a little more intrigued because I've wanted to see AJ Finn for a long time. But as far as Kurt being in there, there's the nostalgia factor there with Kurt. But
oh yeah, definitely.
Other than that, there's nothing else. It's not like they revamped the whole show and they changed everything. We're still going to get Mickey and Alexa. And unfortunately, every Mickey-Alexa match has just been there.
Yeah, no, definitely just there.
Who would they use instead of Kurt Angle? Who else could they have used?
They could have brought somebody up from NXT. They could have brought somebody up from NXT, but there's nobody right now that there's no. How do I say this? There's no big-time baby face that they're looking to bring up at the moment. So that's kind of why, you just got to throw somebody in there that, they could have threw AJ in there, but AJ Finn was a good choice that way.
And what I heard, I saw something on Twitter. It was an opponent for Finn Balor. Someone actually pointed out that Aleister Black would be a pretty good opponent for Finn Balor.
Not yet.
Or it's too soon?
No, it's too soon.
Maybe?
It's too soon without an act for a random match. It's no.
Some people are just saying it's the brand split's kind of pointless. They're just bringing someone from SmackDown. NXT would make a little bit more sense, but
no. It's all because that they don't want to disappoint the fans. It's the last minute thing. They've already sold tickets and they just got to get everything taken care of. But with that, I gotta say thanks for the call and have a great night.
You too, man.
Talk to you later, man.
All right, Nick. I got something here from a Wrestling News World I got to read.
Wrestling News World, baby.
All right. So, according to Wrestling News World, who's been a good source for us, they said, obviously WWE had an explosive news story break today. Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns are off TLC. Kurt Angle is stepping in for Roman as AJ is filling in for Bray. This is massive news, but that's what everybody knows. And according to Wrestling News World, they've reached out to their sources to get some big information regarding what's going on. Number one, the changes may not be complete. There is a chance that Braun Strowman may also be removed from the main event of TLC. Number two, rumors are this could be because of the viral meningitis, but we're hearing that that is false, and it will be a storyline reason why they pull Braun Strowman, apparently. Number 3, there's a good possibility WWE will hotshot a storyline that they've been saving for closer to the Rumble or WrestleMania, which would be the club deciding who they form with AJ or Finn Balor. Number 4, WWE was such in scramble mode today to fix what they can with the TLC card that Wrestling News World was even told that Daniel Bryan's name was in the mix, but he was likely told he'd lace up. Wait, what? But he was likely told he'd lace up and go out, but wouldn't take any bumps and just stand on the apron the whole time, and they'd do it like a normal tag match. Bryan was dying to get back in the ring, and, there was no way he'd turn that down, but at the same time, if he wasn't going to go out there and wrestle and he was just going to be out there to look pretty, I don't know if he would really do it.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think...
That's how desperate they were to try and fix this, because they've built it up as such a huge match, that TLC match.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think if Daniel Bryan was gonna make his return, he would do it. He would do it as a wrestler, and this has nothing to do with story writers. I see Michael Bird there in chat says they need to fire the story writers. This doesn't have anything to do with the story writers. You can't predict sickness. It happens. If you get a virus, you have to rebook. I give them props. They have to rebook this, and they're doing their goddamn best. I can't think of a time that this has happened in wrestling in recent years. So, yeah, props out to them.
I'm surprised, I guess because it was 2 people, I'm surprised they actually mentioned it, because if you remember, there was a time last year around the same time, Becky ended up getting admitted to the hospital. They didn't make any mention until right before the show started. Oh, Becky Lynch is in the hospital. She's sick. She can't be at the show tonight. And the same thing was happened before with Randy Orton, where they waited last minute. So for them to come 2-3 days early and let us know that they've changed stuff, that's good. But Nick, did you hear my analogy on exactly how easy it is to pass around these mumps and viral meningitis?
Yeah, you could literally just like cough and not cover your fucking...
It's like when they make fun in high school. Oh, the whole football team got sick. Who did they all kiss? Or blah blah blah. No, it's like with going back to the high school football thing, or even college football. If one person say if someone gets mono, that was the big thing in high school.
The kissing disease. I had mono recently.
So if one person gets mono, all you have to do is take a sip from a water bottle, hand it to your buddy. There's a 90% chance your buddy just got your mono. So that's the same thing with these mumps and these viral meningitis. If somebody shares a fork, spoon, knife, plate, cup, coughs on you,
shares a ride together,
has a match with you, and breathes heavily
in a cage,
there's a chance you can get these viral meningitis. But there's some more things Wrestling News World talks about. Number 5, as of 4:30 Eastern, which would have been pretty much right after, about a half hour after they broke the news, about an hour or so after they broke the news, WWE had already had at least 2 emergency meetings today in regards to what they're going to do with TLC and Raw on Monday, because if you think about it, most Raws are built around Roman Reigns. Number 6.
I mean, yeah, they're fucking built around him, and not having him there hurts.
Especially since with the viral meningitis, what I was reading to try and inform myself about it, it takes 16 to 18 days before your symptoms show, and it typically takes at least a week or 2 before you can get rid of them with the right medication.
Yeah, definitely.
So number 6, Kevin Owens is currently off the South American tour. Wrestling News World says they're being told that this is unrelated to him working TLC, and it was a actual personal matter. However, it seems far too likely and coincidental with all this happening at the same time. Number 7, we're being told that in the next 30 days, anything with the exception of contracted ROH and New Japan workers is very possible right now, as they're trying to bring in some talent that can really help the roster. Number 8.
You know what? You talk about these things, and you know what it's making me think?
What?
This can end up being a really good pay-per-view if we get a cool new debut, if we get to see a return. So there's a lot of cool possibilities here. Roman's nowhere near the end of his career.
So
Fucking crazy to think that.
Number 8, NXT is being told possibly to prepare for not having Cole Fish and O'Reilly and Drew Galloway in the near future.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like, literally, I can really see Sanity winning War Games, Andrade Cien almost becoming the new NXT champion, and then Cole Fish, O'Reilly, and Galloway main roster. Finally, the big one, number 9, according to Wrestling News World. Don't be shocked if Brock Lesnar pops up either at early at TLC instead of waiting for this Monday. WWE isn't afraid to use an extra date on Lesnar because they're scrambling so bad.
There you go.
I mean, Brock wouldn't wrestle, but he would at least make some sort of appearance. Clone 1398, he's saying Ricochet. Legally, Ricochet cannot come into the WWE till I think it's the 18th or 19th of January because he has a 30-day no-compete clause with Lucha Underground. His contract is technically up, but he does have that no-compete that says he can't wrestle for anybody with TV for 90 days.
Do you wanna take a call?
Yeah, let's call. Let's get a call.
Let's take this call. Ooh, yeah.
And if anybody else would like to call in, 559-475-8473. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Yeah. My question is, then Kurt Angle was like in a Daniel Bryan's place that WWE didn't want him to take bumps or something like that as well?
Well, what it was they brought Kurt in. The plan that was always told to Kurt, at least what he keeps saying in interviews, is I'm going to wrestle eventually at least once. As far back as, or as early as, I guess you could say, SummerSlam weekend, he was saying he hadn't done a physical yet. So that was 2 months ago. Between then and now, he could have done his physical to do in-ring competition, to be a wrestler for WWE. So we don't know if maybe they are working on something for Survivor Series, working on something for Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, getting everything set up for Kurt now. And coincidentally, they can, he got cleared. And they said, fine, let's throw Kurt in there. But it wasn't a fact of they didn't want to use Kurt. They felt that Kurt maybe only had one match left in him, and they wanted to use it. And they wanted to use that one or maybe two, I guess you can say, sparingly.
You think if they let Kurt wrestle, you think they might let Bryan wrestle in the future?
No,
before his contract?
Because doctors have not physically gone to Kurt Angle and say, you shouldn't be doing this. There's not been a doctor that has told Kurt, I won't clear you. Yes, there's been plenty of doctors that told Daniel, you should be cleared. But at the same time, there are doctors that have actually told him that them not clearing you is not in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not wrong for not clearing them, but they could possibly wrestle. But with that, we got to speed you up because we got to take as many calls.
We got more calls coming in.
Thanks a lot, man.
All right.
Have a good night.
Let's just jump to another call right here.
Excuse me, I got that cough too. Nick passed it to me through the internet, I guess. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, I've been trying to reach you for some time. Basically, I wanted to touch on a couple of things and stuff like that. It's been over a month. Me and I guess Tim and Nick. Hi Nick.
What's going on, man? I hate to rush you, but we do got a lot of calls tonight.
Well, anyway, we share the same name. My name's Tim as well. But with TLC, I'm really surprised. I think it went from what could be another disastrous pay-per-view to probably something special. Well, from the Finn Balor, AJ Styles match and the main event. But I'm hoping they'll pull Braun Strowman out because I don't want him to work against Kurt Angle because, in my opinion, if Kurt Angle's coming out of retirement or his first match in 11 years for the company, they should be able to give him the win. And I think Cesaro should take the fall.
No, not Cesaro. It'll probably be The Miz taking the fall.
You got Miz in there. Miz is so great right now that him taking the fall ain't going to hurt him because his mic stuff is just on point.
Yeah, no, he's definitely the kind of guy that could take a fall and he'd be totally fine with it. Like nothing bad would happen.
Okay. Well, I kind of see where you're going with this. I think for a long time that Miz was building up his stock and all that stuff. And to me, even though he's the Intercontinental Champion, he should have a greater push after losing the title. But I don't see an opportunity above that title for The Miz. So that's why I'm just like kind of saying I'd rather have Sheamus or Cesaro, sacrifice one of them because they're now they're tag team wrestlers.
People saying
agree or
Kane takes
disagree
the
with
fall.
that.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I totally understand your point.
Crap.
Like, that makes perfect sense. But with that, I got to say thanks for the call and have a great night.
Thank you, Tim and Nick. Bye.
Later.
Not a problem. I get what he's saying. Cesaro and Sheamus are tag team wrestlers, so for having like Cesaro to take the fall, they're not going on like a singles run right now. So
Miz, Sheamus, or Kane can take the fall.
But I get what he's saying. Like, you have Cesaro take the fall or Sheamus take the fall. The other one still looked good, so the tag team still kind of looks good because one didn't get. If you know what I mean, that's if I understood what he was saying, that's what I got from that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Do we got another call?
Yeah, let's go right into it.
Or jerseys?
All right, and caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Oh yeah, man. I just wanted to say, like, this is like the craziest move I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just like, I just called to say I'm upset. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't know who's in charge or who did it. It's just the most absurd. Like, using Finn Balor and AJ, it's the most ridiculous thing they could have done.
How so? It's actually what I've been hearing is with all the ideas that they came up with over the last 24 hours, it was the best idea they can come up with. Trust me, they had some ideas that would have been just horrific.
I'm just so heartbroken. Like, you have two Bullet Club leaders, and it's just a wasted opportunity, I think.
Well, it may start,
I don't know. Anybody in the roster could have worked.
It may start that feud that they've been wanting to do. Who's the real leader of the club?
The only way it would be justified is if it ends in a draw. That's the only way I'd be happy. Until they save it for WrestleMania.
But you wouldn't want Gallows and Anderson to come out and be like, who do we help? Who do we help? Who do we help? And then finally turn on one, or because I mean it would make sense if they stake with AJ because in WWE they've already been with AJ, but they were with Finn longer in New Japan, especially Finn and Anderson have been together. They were original Bullet Club members, and then they brought in Gallows later on. About maybe a year after, and then Gallows and Anderson became close friends. But anyways,
if they came out, I'd have a stroke.
I wouldn't put it against it though.
I don't know what I'd do.
I would not put it against them.
So
yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you taking my call, man.
Have a good one, man.
Have a good night.
So Internet Master's back. Do we ban him or do we just like ignore it until he stops?
Oh, I already did.
Oh, you're already on that?
Yep.
Got you.
Blocked. I see a lot of people are not happy with me saying that The Miz is good right now and him taking the fall wouldn't hurt him. People are not happy with that. I'm not saying he's a great wrestler or anything. I'm just saying that he's great on the mic. Like, who's better than The Miz on the mic? John Cena and Xavier Woods?
I just kind of want to call out. Little internet power is just looking for attention. It's adorable. Adorable.
Robert Caddy says, Tim, you should be WWE creative. That'd be awesome. Well, what did I say to make you think that? Because I don't even remember. I've been saying so much stuff today.
Internet Master is a dafty. Pass it on.
All right. You just want to jump into calls?
Yeah, I mean, people want to talk. We're going to let them talk.
If you guys want to call in, 559-475-8473. I thought we had a call. I clicked it. I answered. I must not have got it. Let's just...
Please excuse my coughs, by the way. I'm really fucking sick.
I got it too, buddy. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Dude, what an alternate reality we are living in right now.
That's the best.
It's crazy. I saw the notification. I woke up. I was like, "What in tarnation are we?"
Wait,
in?
I have a question. That notification hit at like noon. Why did you wake up at noon?
Personal reasons. More. Next question. I'm just kidding.
I like that.
Yeah. What's it called? I don't know how I feel. It's kind of bittersweet that we see Kurt Angle again, but I feel like his return match should have been like built up. That's
Yeah,
how
I feel you.
No,
that was my
I
thing.
get it for sure.
That was my thing too, man.
Yeah. And I also forgot about the Asuka. I forgot Asuka's debuting.
Yes, she's
It's
taking
kind of
on Emma.
overshadowing her debut.
I'm kind of disappointed that she's taking on Emma, not because I think her and Emma are going to be bad, but because I know her and Emma can be good. And for her to go out there and do like a 5 to 10 minute squash on Emma, I'm just upset about that because like we saw at TakeOver a couple years ago, her and Emma can have a really, really good match. And if she just squashes Emma in this first match, you can't go back to Emma and have it be anything other than another squash.
No, it's going to be another. I feel like it's going to be a 2-minute, 3-minute match.
I don't know if it's going to be that quick. Because if you remember her squashes when she first came into NXT, when she was doing the stuff with Dana Brooke and Emma, they were at least 5 minutes.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's for me, it's hard to trust WWE whenever I get my expectations up.
Very true. Very true.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I feel like it's just going to be another like 3-minute match. If anything, maybe 5. But the Finn Balor and what's his name, AJ Styles. Holy shit!
That match is
my body is not ready.
That match is supposed to get some. That's supposed to get some time. If we're hearing correctly, that match is going to get some time. So,
do you think the club is going to come out?
It's a possibility, very possibility, because that storyline has been talked about for 2018 possibly, and now they may fast track it here in October 2017.
Fucking wonderful. All right, well, that's it. I don't want to waste your guys' time too much.
Have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye.
Hey, guys, quick question for all of you. How interested would you guys be in watching TLC with us?
I could do it. I won't have the kids.
Yeah, so what we can do is we will not show the pay-per-view, but we will be live. Well, I mean, I don't know if we'd take calls, but we'd just watch the pay-per-view and we'd give reactions and such.
I don't know why we couldn't.
That's true. I mean, I don't know if you'd want to, I don't know, pay attention.
That's true.
The only thing is we usually go live right after the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's why we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it off cam.
So I see in the chat a lot of people are saying, why not put Matt Hardy in the match? And would you be as interested if it was Matt Hardy than Kurt Angle? That's my question right there. Like somebody asked on Twitter, why Kurt Angle? You could put anybody in this match. Kurt Angle makes no difference. So I tweeted him back. I said, well, are you now interested because it's Kurt? And he didn't respond. So I assumed that I was right. People are interested because it's Kurt. If you would have added somebody like a Matt Hardy or, I don't even know who else from the Raw roster you could have added in a big Jason Jordan.
Y'all competing with Steven Larson, LOL. No, I love Steven Larson.
Oh, no, I respect them and I love their content.
Let's actually let's make it a big 4-way. Us and Steven Larson will just all watch it together.
You know, we're here on YouTube, all the wrestling guys, we're like a community. We want to help each other out. Like we had Joe Cronin on the show before, just talking and whatever. And like, you know, we've gone to him. We've had questions a couple times. Other YouTubers have come to us for questions on channels and stuff. Hey, how should I do this? Or how do I grow doing this? Or, hey, I did this video. Check it out. Let me know what you think. We don't try to really compete with each other. We try to help each other. At least that's my mentality.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, whatever we can do.
Right, because if you help others and you're known for, hey, these are good guys. They want to help everybody out. Yes, it's kind of competitive because you want people to come to your video first and get the information from you. But at the same time, if you help somebody else out, maybe that's a collaboration in a video and somebody you can work with in the future. Like I said, we had Joe Cronin on the podcast, what was it, maybe 3 weeks ago? Because we've been good. We've been cordial and nice and cool with the guy. Talked to him a couple times. We got him on our show.
Yeah, no, it's literally just about just like, you know, the whole fucking show is trash as fuck. I like Kevin. I think he's funny, but that's just my opinion. Do we have any calls?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Baby. Taking calls, baby.
By the way, Mick Foley's got a new Christmas book out.
Oh, fuck yeah. Like, I give a shit.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hi. I have one question.
Sure.
And the question is, did you hear anything about Paige returning to TLC?
She will not be at TLC because she's going to the Smackdown Live brand. That is a Raw pay-per-view, so she's not expected at TLC.
There you go, buddy.
There's nothing for her at TLC.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem. Have a good night.
See ya, buddy. That was nice of him.
Just jump into another one. Oh,
TWFS.
Nick, read Cactus Jack's quote in the chat. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Banning.
Hey, I just wanted to say, man, I don't know what's going to go on with TLC, but I think maybe they should bring up some guys from NXT. And I'm trying to talk really quick, and I do. Owe Nick an apology because you were right about the AJ thing. I looked at some of his old matches from TNA, and I'm looking at him now, and it's like it's not the same thing.
Oh, my God. I made a whole video, and everybody yelled at me, called me stupid, made me cry. Thank you.
Oh. Well, actually, that was one of them that probably called you stupid, too. But anyway.
You did.
Well, I think that's for a different reason.
But I went back to what Tim said about Nakamura, and I actually looked at it in the same way with AJ, and come to find out that, you were absolutely right. It's not that AJ's not good. He's just not being as good as he once was. And it seemed like he took his foot off the gas now that he made it to the big time.
But he may be that old AJ this Sunday if he's going against Finn.
Hey.
Yeah, he better be. But then again, it could be just age and nutrition, man. He is like, 38?
Yeah.
Probably can't do that. Because he has not done that flip and did that back and then did the backbreakers not once since he's been in the WWE, and I missed that. I used to like that with him.
That's true.
But anyway, look. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm trying to talk quick. I just wanted to let Nick know that for the second time in his life, I meant second time with me anyway, he was actually right.
Yeah.
And once again, the show is great, and you guys keep on doing what you do.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Thanks a lot,
Have a good
Robert.
night.
Talk to you later. Oh, God.
right.
Let's not get a delete chant going, because
All
that's
right,
going to
so
bless
people in
the
the
chat.
aren't liking what I said about Paige because it's a Raw pay-per-view, but AJ Styles can be on this Raw pay-per-view. That's a completely different subject. The AJ thing is not because they're moving him to Raw or because they have a storyline. They needed somebody that they can put in there and have a good match with Finn Balor. For Paige, if Paige had been around for a long time and they needed a female on this pay-per-view, then maybe go Paige. But because Paige has been gone for over a year and they don't need a female coming in, there's no reason for Paige to be on this pay-per-view if she's going to the Smackdown Live brand. Frosty Gambino, witness Samoa Joe returning. For Samoa Joe, possibly next week. I know some have said that they should have put Joe in the spot for Kurt, but what that leads me to believe is that Joe is coming back as a heel, and you're not going to put him with the Shield if he's going to be a heel.
Supreme Brie asks, do any of you guys have an Xbox One? I really want to pay 2K with you guys. I don't have an Xbox One because I'm a poor little baby. Tim does, but I don't know if Tim has the game for Xbox One.
No, because I have an Xbox One. I have a PlayStation 4. I prefer playing on PlayStation 4, and I am not wealthy enough to get it on both systems. I mean, if somebody wants to send me a copy for Xbox One.
You whore.
I'm
you
just kidding. I'm
whore.
Just kidding. Anyways, no, I do not have it for Xbox One. Unfortunately, only for PlayStation 4, even though I do have an Xbox One. But let's take another call.
Let's take another call.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, I'm just wondering, what do you guys think? How long do you guys think Roman and Bray are going to be out of action?
From what?
2 months.
From the illness.
No, from what I read about, I did some research on what this viral meningitis is. From what I read, once you get the treatment and you get the right medication, it could go away within days, but that's very rare. Most cases are within 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
If they got, if they're got the right medication, they stick with it, they do everything. That's best case scenario, from what I read.
All right. Yeah, that's all. That's my only question. So.
All right.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
Let's just keep jumping calls, baby.
I see TVP says it won't let me call. You've had that issue before. I don't know how you fixed it. Just keep trying, I guess. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
What's going on, guys? What would you say? I mean, I'm excited for the first time in a long time for a WWE pay-per-view. What would you say with AJ versus Finn Balor now? What would you give the percentages of a Finn Balor heel turn? For me, I would, if just from my booking thought, if I was booking, I would have Finn Balor turn heel, not probably here, but at Survivor Series.
Well, you also got to factor in what would be the point of him turning heel.
It's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you that right now because of Royal Rumble plans.
True.
Because they were going to do Finn versus Brock at Survivor Series for the championship. With them now going Brock and Jinder, they have pushed Finn Brock to Rumble. Brock Lesnar's quote-unquote the heel, I guess you can say. So then you have the babyface Finn Balor go in there and challenge for the Universal Championship. So him turning heel, I mean, you can have a heel challenge Brock Lesnar. We did see it with Braun Strowman and kind of Samoa Joe. But you never want the smaller guy to be the heel against the bigger guy if that is the way they're going to go at the Royal Rumble.
No, that's true. I can see that. Now, one other thing. After this, what is your just big expectations for Kurt? I mean, obviously, number one thing, you want him to be healthy after this.
Oh, yeah.
No serious problems. But what could you see after? I mean, what is like the main thing that you could see that they would do possibly, maybe for the Rumble or Mania or any of that?
I don't know about putting him in the Rumble since I don't think he's going to want to go for a championship since he is an authority figure. But I think what could be cool is Kurt goes in there, does some cool spots in the match, and then now he's this general manager that's got even more credibility because he just went out there at TLC and filled in for a sick Roman Reigns on last-minute notice. Now, nobody on the roster can say shit to Kurt. No one can talk crap to him because they know that he can step up at any time and just whip their asses or something. You know, it could make Kurt a little more of a threatening general manager as far as the fact of, you know, I can still lace up my boots and get in there with you if you piss me off enough.
Yeah, I totally agree. Now, as far as opponents, I mean, obviously, I would love to see, you know, Joe and Angle one more time because even though I'm not a big TNA fan, I'm not a big TNA fan, but I love those two. They had so much great chemistry together. But just for one guy. I don't want to see Jason Jordan. Definitely not.
Kurt's pitched it too creative. Kurt's actually said in an interview, if the final end result is Jason turning on me, I'll take him on at WrestleMania. He said it in an interview that he would be okay with that.
I could not watch that. I know he would be okay with it, but just as a Kurt Angle fan, I would not.
Kurt, and I kind of agree. Kurt says that Jason Jordan is an amazing professional wrestler, a great wrestler, but he lacks charisma, and that's what Kurt thinks he can help him if they keep going with this storyline. Kurt can maybe teach him some things as far as the charismatic side of things goes, which he feels that, you know, Chad Gable has. So Chad Gable didn't need any help being put with Kurt Angle, unlike Jason Jordan could benefit from.
Yeah, absolutely.
But with
just
that,
for my guess, if I had to pick just one guy, if I'm going to go with my crystal ball to have a match for Mania, probably AJ.
We'll see. I think it's going to be AJ Nakamura.
That's if they don't put the title on him and they have him and Nakamura.
Oh, no. Ginger's going to have that WWE title going into WrestleMania. I can probably say that with like 85-90% certainty. But thanks for the call and have a great night.
Thank you.
No,
thanks, man.
I really think Ginger's keeping that title till Mania, and then there's a good chance he drops it to John Cena for Cena's 17th championship win.
Yeah, very good possibility. Do we got more Kalahalus?
Oh, yeah. Line, like Anthony Sandino says in the chat, lines stay busy.
Yeah, no. That
Kala, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, I'm actually happy to hear about the little mix-up and everything changing. Cause I like when things I like it. I like when things get mixed up a little bit instead of staying on a normal pattern. And you know, also this kind of throws a monkey wrench in whatever Vince might have had going, so it'll be a little bit more unexpected.
I mean, slight monkey wrench. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say. I say maybe only a slight monkey wrench if these guys are only going to be out for just a couple of weeks. It's not like they're going to be. It's not like they got injured and they're out for months.
Yeah, but anything that kind of keeps Vince out a little bit is good with me.
True.
Personally, I'm glad it's AJ, but I would have chosen Nakamura probably over AJ just because of that really bad feud that he had with Jinder, because he really would have needed this.
But there's a reason to do AJ. They're possibly fast tracking a storyline that we were going to get sometime next year.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
I mean, I can go for it.
Go ahead.
No, you go for it. Go for it.
Personally, I'm not as big a fan of Miz as some people. I think it's because I'm a Dean Ambrose fan that he just gets my blood boiled so much. But I try to listen to people's perspective. I just find them very boring sometimes.
And hey, that's the best thing you can do is just like hear someone say, if you don't like him, fucking you don't like him. But at least you're like being cool about it.
Hey, at least he gets some sort of a reaction from you. There's wrestlers that don't get reactions from anybody. That's just like, oh, that guy's still there.
True.
Really? I mean, that's his job as a heel. Not for you to like him. I mean, if you like him, cool. But his job as a heel is for you to not like him.
It's very true.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, thanks for the call and have a great night.
You too.
All right. I saw something in the chat. Now I can't find it. I was going to touch on. I don't see it anymore. Let's just jump into another call then.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
All right. Daniel316 says, still feel bad that CM Punk was the longest transitional champion.
Jesus Christ, that's one way to put it.
All right. That call didn't go through. Let's try this one. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, what's up? How you guys?
Are you driving?
No, actually, I'm in the back of the car right now. We're just we're on our way back from a mission trip to Mexico.
Nice. What's your question, man?
So what do you guys think about it? Like, do you think they could have basically, I don't want to say instead of just letting it out, do you think they could have released something today? I know that there was something released from AJ. He was in like a hallway interview or whatever.
Yeah. He basically said that it was an honor to take on Finn Balor and that he was going to bring his A game. And SmackDown's the house of opportunity, the land of opportunity, and he's getting an opportunity just to show what he can do against a great opponent. Basically what he said.
Yeah, and then also, do you guys think they're going to do anything? Because we all know that Vince is very spiteful of everything that's kind of going on with the Young Bucks and New Japan. Do you think they're going to try to push some kind of a middle finger, be it with the club or with AJ?
They'll do so.
I've seen a lot of people try to suggest that on Twitter and Reddit and stuff, but you can't really say that that was a plan because of what's going on with the Bullet Club in the WWE. Everything that just happened was coincidental. So whether they do or not, I could see it happening, but I don't know. I could see like Gallows and Anderson come out and like Gallows be like, no, let's go with AJ, and then Anderson like, no, we got to go with Finn, good brother, and then Gallows like, no, let's go with AJ, and then finally they were just like, okay, they choose one, and then they turn on the other or whatever. So I can see something happening for sure. Now there's still two days till the pay-per-view starts. They can come up with an idea tonight and change it 500 times before Sunday.
Yeah, because we all know Vince will change his mind 500 times.
Vince
and
likes
then
to
he'll finally decide on something 2 hours before a pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, Vince likes to change his mind 20 minutes before the pay-per-view starts, I've heard.
Alright, well that was all the questions I had for you guys. You guys have a good night. I'm going to keep listening to the rest of the show.
Alright, thanks and have a great night.
Thanks a lot, brother. Drive safe.
All right, Robert Kelly says, Tim, you didn't come up with the AJ Finn Bullet Club storyline. Well, that's the first thing I thought of when Nick called me screaming in my ear, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Kurt Angle's wrestling. The first thing I thought of was, other than what the fuck, the next thing I thought was, AJ Finn, are they really going to start that story? So I mean, I literally thought, club, they're going to have to choose a leader, they're going to go one way or the other, and I think a cool thing with this is, you know, they can tease going with AJ, and they can draw it out, and then maybe they tease going over to SmackDown, but then they don't because they stay with Finn, or, you know, there's a lot of possibilities here if they're fast-tracking a storyline, because that's what I've heard, that AJ Finn storyline that they wanted to do early next year could be starting right now.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, there's a ton of fucking the disease was mumps and meningitis.
Yeah, is it? Because what? Now they didn't. How do I word this? When they okay, they released a statement to ESPN saying that 3 superstars have been diagnosed with viral meningitis. Now, the names they only gave were Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns. They didn't say Bo Dallas, but we all know Bo Dallas is the third. Apparently, some legal reasons they're not allowed to say unless, like, it's impacting the card. Mm-hmm. Apparently, that's what I read. I don't know if that's true. So, like, if anybody else has it and it's not going to take them off of the card Sunday, they legally can't put that out publicly unless that wrestler goes out there and says, hey, I'm sick, I got it too.
Yeah, there you go.
Frosty Gambino, no, everyone don't got AIDS.
All right, do we got some calls?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hi, my name is Philip.
How's it going?
And I'm doing good, but I'm just wondering, this is kind of like, I consider it ironic in a way of how this is all going down, because didn't the Shield first match get jumped because of the fact that CM Punk got injured before TLC, and it's supposed to be him versus Ryback, and now and then that's how they got the first match, but now their reunion's getting changed because of the meningitis stuff, and now that's what's happened. But it's interesting that they're doing this.
Yeah, no, it's just like very hectic. The last minute doing the best that they can. They're trying their best, and that's what we appreciate. We're gonna do the same just by watching and not being too critical of it, knowing that your big guys are out.
Well, one of your big guys. I don't know if you can call Bray and quote-unquote Sister Abigail a big guy.
Yeah. Well, that was one of the I was kind of intrigued with how the heck they were going to do that, because I wasn't sure what was going down with that. But, yeah, it's a little bit better now. You're getting AJ versus Finn, which I'm happy about. And it's like usually when I think when push comes to shove, when something bad happens, they finding a way to get through it with something like this.
You kind of cut out there. You're starting to cut out, guy.
Oh, sorry about that. You're good at something like that when crap hits the fan, to come up with a scenario like when 2002 when Kevin Nash got and they took out that whole NWO thing, and then they did off, and that whole thing led to Shawn Michaels kind of.
Oh, I think we lost him. He was cutting out there at the end.
Sorry about that. If you're listening, dude, I'm really sorry.
Yeah, I get what he was trying to say about the whole, last minute thing. People get hurt, people get sick, people get, they have to scramble. Like what he was saying with Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash was just walking in the ring and tore a quad.
Yeah.
They ended up having to just drop the whole NWO thing. Hall had just left. All you had left in the NWO was Big Show. I think Shawn was still in it at that time, and Pac, so.
Yeah, no, it's fucking sick, dude.
I don't know. Sebastian Martinez keeps saying, read my comment, but then I go to this comment and it just says, read my comment. So I go up to the next one, it says, read my comment. I have no clue what you're talking about, guy.
Yeah, no, seriously. Do we got any calls?
Yep. Oh, trust me, these calls are just coming and coming and coming and coming. And caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? Chris from Rochester.
Huh?
Excuse me?
I'm Chris from Rochester, New York. I got a quick question.
Go for it.
Yeah, who do you guys think is going over in the AJ and Finn match?
Oh my God! I haven't even thought about that. I've just thought about how good the match can be.
I don't even want to know.
I don't even want to predict. I just want to see the match and then just be like, "That was great."
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, because I was thinking, because what they doing with AJ on SmackDown, would that hurt him? Say if he do lose clean.
I mean, I get what you're trying to say, but that gender match ain't going to happen until December after Survivor Series, so people can forget all the way for the next 2 months.
Right, that's how Vince think anyway.
Exactly. He thinks people forget after a week or two.
Right. But all right, yeah, thanks for answering the call.
Not a problem. Thanks for the call. Have a great night.
Have a good one, baby.
I see a lot of people in the chat saying that AJ Finn should go to a time limit draw, but it's not New Japan. WWE doesn't put time limits on their matches, so unfortunately, then now here's the thing: if we go out there and they were like, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, this match is 20-minute draw, then you know it's going to go to a draw because they don't put time limits on their matches. They used to in the 90s, but they don't anymore. It's not New Japan. I think Ring of Honor may do time limit matches as well. So if they announce anything as far as a time limit, then it's just like, oh, well, we know what's happening here.
Hold on. I need to just fucking call HBK. It's totally okay. We're sorry about that, but I do want to make a call out. Cozy Boy is saying, and don't worry, I'll cover this, Tim. This is how these guys are spending their Friday night. It's a fake sport, you fucking losers. Well, look how you're spending your Friday night, motherfucker, watching the goddamn show, aren't you? So shut the fuck up, enjoy it, or get the fuck out of the chat. All right, baby boy? See you later, buddy.
Actually, this is my job. This is my career. This is my livelihood. This is how I pay for my kids to do things by getting the news for you guys, reporting it, talking with you guys, having these live shows. I mean, you're going to say that to the 100 other people that do wrestling podcasts? I mean...
And not only that, are you going to tell that to the 146 people in here who just want to hear us hang out and talk?
Exactly.
The people calling in, the people that are giving us their opinions. I don't give a fuck what you think, buddy.
There is no need for any of that. I mean, yeah, it's a Friday night, but I'd rather work and make some money than go out and spend my money.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fucking yeah. Now, I don't care if you guys cuss. Fuck that guy. I don't care if you guys cuss.
And I keep saying money, but it's not all about the money. I just love what I do here as well. I mean, YouTube screws us and we barely make anything anyways, but it's barely enough to get by. But trust me, YouTube
Nick killed him. Ha ha ha. Talk that shit.
YouTube hates creators, but caller, you're on the air. What's going on? Whoa, turn your volume down, please, on us.
Hello?
Can you turn us down in your background?
Yeah.
There you go.
I have a really important question.
What's up?
How big is Batista's dick?
13 inches.
And you're gone. That's like
that was kind of funny. I don't think he meant that to be a dick.
No, he does that. He's done that before multiple times.
Okay. Well, I mean,
he's done it once with you on here, and you just laughed about it. You're like, "What the fuck was that?"
That's true.
All right, let's try another call instead.
Oh.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey guys, how's it going tonight?
What is going on, Nicole?
So I personally feel that AJ versus Finn is going to be a way better match than Finn versus Bray Wyatt.
Oh, you're not in the wrong there. Everybody thinks that.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right.
But hold on a sec. Sorry, just coming in outside from work. My thing is, though, is that I don't think either of them are going to turn heel. I think it's just going to be the both of them have a 5-star match. Finn Balor wins because the Raw brand pay-per-view. They don't want to make Raw look weak. That's the thing.
Very true. And then you can go into Survivor Series and maybe play off of that, doing Raw versus SmackDown stuff.
Exactly, because if it was a SmackDown pay-per-view, it would be the same thing. AJ should win. Because when you make one guy from a brand look weak, it kind of just puts a bad taste in everybody's mouth.
Right.
There's a lot of possibilities with this Finn and AJ match that could end in ways that we, wouldn't know. So, let's see. I'm excited. I'm not even going to make predictions, even though we still have to make a predictions video.
Oh, crap.
Fuck. Glad we did it now.
And as far as Kurt Angle goes, I could care less.
Oh, man. Bold.
Nicole's hot takes.
Okay, this is going to take a lot of hate. I know that. But I personally have always felt, and I've always will feel, I hate when guys who are retired come back.
Now,
could have been a perfect opportunity to be like...
To be honest, Kurt's never said he was retired. He was wrestling all the way up till they called him and said, "Hey, do you want to do the Hall of Fame?" And then he had to finally have his quote-unquote final indie match before he signed back in with the WWE, and WWE hasn't let him wrestle yet. So he hasn't officially said he's retired.
No, and that's true, but my thing is when old guys come back and take a spot from one of the guys who is there working every single night or in NXT, to me it's disgusting. I hate it when Undertaker comes back.
Here's a question. Here's a question on that. So are you disgusted that Drew Galloway came back in and took a spot and took the NXT Championship? Because it's the same thing. Kurt's been wrestling regularly. It's not like Kurt hasn't wrestled in 3-4 years. Kurt's wrestled as late as last year. So you can almost go for it.
No, and I think that he shouldn't. I hate that they bring in these indie guys. They get the title right away, and they run NXT, because there's guys in NXT who have been there for way too long who should either be on the main roster or getting that championship. But no, they bring in these guys who have a huge name behind them.
Who on NXT would be a viable champion right now?
Right now, I don't really think anyone, but I mean in the past. Like, you had it with Bobby Roode, you had it with Samoa Joe, now Drew, like, I mean in the past. Like,
were you mad when Shinsuke won the belt?
I personally don't like Shinsuke Nakamura.
I mean, were you mad when Neville won the belt?
No, but I also think that, yes, Neville had an indie name, but I also think Neville worked his ass off to get that title. It wasn't just given to him, is what I mean. But when it comes to Kurt, I think this would have been a perfect opportunity to be like, hey, Drew, you worked extremely hard for the past year in NXT, on the Indies, and before that in the WWE. Come up for one match, have the main roster crowd see you, get familiar with you. That could bring eyes to NXT again, that maybe some people don't watch NXT.
Right.
And then when he comes to the main roster, hey, this is this guy from this match who was in NXT. That would have been better, because I don't want to see Kurt in that match. If he had one more match at Mania, cool, but I don't want to see him in that match.
Right. But I do like your point on saying bring in the NXT champion, because you need a strong babyface, a strong babyface who can seem like a big-time guy. So you bring in the NXT champion who's supposed to be a big-time guy. That could have made sense. I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, and it would have made NXT look strong, too.
Especially since you know they're winning. I mean, the Shield wasn't going to lose.
Exactly.
And I don't think they're going to flop the finish now. Especially the Kurt's in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I think just putting Kurt in it is kind of a disgusting point for me, and I know that a lot of people are going to probably hate me in the comments. I'm sorry.
Right, but at the same time, now that they have the name Kurt Angle, they have the term Kurt Angle's Wrestling, it's going to be a lot more interest than it probably was before when it was just the Shield.
That's very true. Thank you, Nicole. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Have a great night, guys.
See you later, Nicole.
I mean, she did have a good point there saying, you bring in the NXT champion. One, you got a good baby face there that seems big deal, and two, it can help bring some eyes back down to NXT. So I could agree with that if they would have done something like that. That would have been a good idea.
I just real quick want to say, chat, be fucking nice. Someone has an opinion.
Oh yeah,
let them have an opinion. Holy fuck, be nice, please.
I like Robert's comment there. Dr. Ling needs her own segment with PWU. Hey, hit us up if she's interested. She knows what our Twitter is.
I really don't want you guys being mean. There's 180 of you, and I love you all so much. But just please be nice. Please be nice for once. Let's take another call.
And Carl, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hello?
What's going on?
Nothing much. I was gonna say that maybe for the Shield match that they're gonna have with Kurt, that they'll probably have Kurt lose it. I mean, they're probably gonna have it lose just because of 5-on-3, because they can just bring it back for Survivor Series.
No, they won't. They won't bring this. They won't do it again. Even though it's going to be changed with Roman, they're not going to do it again. They already have plans for Survivor Series. Survivor Series may be all Raw versus SmackDown. So I really don't see them just saying, "Oh, we can just do the match again." Because typically, when WWE does the same things over and over, that's when they see the ratings go down. That's when they see the interest drop. People, it's not the '90s when you can see the same guys have the same matches for 3 months and people still be interested. Now, people need to see something new because I don't want to say the word millennials, but I'm going to say it. Millennials are in a, okay, I saw it, now what's next? I saw it, now what's next? What's next?
They're in the whole, like, Okada Omega phase of, like, oh, that was great. Oh, that was great. Oh, that was great. Oh, that was great.
But here's the thing with the Okada Omega. At least they spread that out. Like, they did the first match. 2 months later, they did another match. 2 months later, they did another match. They didn't come back 3 weeks later.
Okay.
They at least spread that out.
I was saying it like this, but this time with like the show, because it seems like if they do one, it makes like all the other guys look like smaller people.
But the Shield was going to win the 5-way anyways. Like, that was always the plan for the Shield to go over against. Like, that's why they kept adding and adding guys. They wanted to make the Shield look like they were just this unbeatable team because, of course, you need Roman to look like the strongest guy in the WWE if he is going to challenge and what we could assume take the championship from Brock at WrestleMania in New Orleans.
Okay.
Alrighty. Thanks, buddy.
Have a great night. So, yeah, the stronger you can make Roman Reigns look, no matter who else it hurts or benefits, that's their mentality right now. If Roman's, like, that's why Roman went out there with Cena and took most of that match. That's why he kicked out of 5 AAs and AA off the top rope. Hit Cena with a spear and a Superman punch, maybe once or twice. I think it was twice he hit him.
I think it was twice.
And that was it. But he took, like, spears and STFs, or not spears, but AAs and STFs, AA off the top rope, kicked out of everything because they needed
literally
to make
took
Roman,
an AA through a fucking table.
Yeah, because they need to make Roman look as strong as possible.
See you later, Chris. You weird fucking asshole. I saw it, guys. Don't worry. Dude's just fucking weird.
My mouse was going there as you were saying it. Like, we had the same wavelength. But Color, you're on the air. What's going on?
Weird
shit.
What's up, bro?
How's it
What's
going?
going on?
All right. First off, the first thing that crossed my mind when I seen the Kurt Angle thing is, I hope they're not like teasing us, because there's always the possibility this is just to draw eyes to the pay-per-view, because there's a huge football game on Sunday night, I should say. Plus,
no, Roman. Are you? Question.
Really?
Are you trying to say they pulled Roman out of the match because to combat and put Kurt in purposely? Is that what you're trying to say?
Nobody knew like the Roman thing was going to happen, obviously.
Well,
but
they didn't find out till like late Tuesday, Wednesday that Roman had this meningitis. It was a last minute thing. Like, they knew Bo had it. They had an inkling that Bray had it. Bray got diagnosed Tuesday or Wednesday, and then Roman got diagnosed. So it's not like, oh, coincidental. There's a big football game. Let's do something different to. I mean, I'm not trying to shoot down your idea or anything, but it's like, it's real. Roman really is sick. It's not like, oh, it's a storyline.
No, yeah, I know that, but it's like something tells me like I won't believe he's actually going to wrestle until he actually gets in the ring, if you know what I mean.
Right, but I don't think they're going to advertise him as being in the match. He'll at least go out there and he'll at least hit the angle slam and a couple Germans. If that's all he does, that's all he does. But he's at least going to do a couple moves. I could assume.
He'll probably work. He'll probably do something, but it won't be anything too big.
Yeah, they're just going to let him go out there and do some light stuff. Maybe throw the Miz around since he's the smallest guy out there.
True.
Right, and it's like, I hope Gallows and Anderson are a part of this Balor style thing. That'd be awesome.
Would be great.
And it's like, and I have a theory for WrestleMania. I know everybody's over here like predicting Cena versus Jinder. Something tells me we're gonna get Bobby Roode and Jinder Mahal for the title.
But with Cena limited on how much he's going to be working, wouldn't you want to get that 17th championship out of the way at a WrestleMania? You give him you give him the 17th championship at WrestleMania. You don't do it at like a Backlash or a Payback or even a Survivor Series. You do it at WrestleMania so that it means something. So that way people remember it. Oh, yeah, I remember. Cena got that 17th championship at WrestleMania. He beat Ric Flair's a quote-unquote record. It's not really. Rick's really like a 21-time world champion. But, yeah, so, I mean, I can really see it being Cena because they need to have him win that title at WrestleMania for it to just be like, in their eyes, the biggest thing ever in pro wrestling history. Because that's what they're going to build it up as.
Right, but, I mean... You have to agree. I mean, this is WWE creative we're talking about.
Right, and they just like Roman, they've made Cena look like the most dominant star ever. They've always tried to put him over as bigger than Austin, bigger as Hogan, bigger than Rock. So, I mean...
And one last thing before I let you go. If Kurt Angle is literally going to wrestle a few matches, if they're not putting him against Styles or Joe or Balor or Nakamura, then there's literally no point.
True, but at the same time, like I said earlier, Kurt has said if the storyline permits him to face Jason Jordan in the end, he would do it because, you know, he's a company man. If that's what the storyline is going to lead to, he's not going to object and say, oh, I'm not going to do that because I'm Kurt Angle and I need better. No, he's not that kind of guy. At least not now. He may have been 5-10 years ago, but he's not anymore.
Something, like another idea I thought of. What do you think of this idea of somehow around the Rumble or sometime you bring up Johnny Gargano and have him win like the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania, then the next night you have Ciampa return and beat the crap out of him?
I don't see Vince thinking that Gargano should be an Intercontinental champion. I think Vince is going to see Gargano and be like, oh, throw that guy in 205 Live.
I think Vince is going to see Gargano and say, how the fuck did you get hired?
All right, guys, take it easy.
All right, have a great night.
See you later, buddy.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the smaller guys coming from NXT, unless Triple H really just was like, no, Vince, no, they're going to be stifled.
You know who's a small guy, but no one really wants to admit it?
Who?
Adam Cole.
Oh, yeah.
He's a small guy. No one really wants to admit it because,
you see him in that match on Wednesday against Killian Dane?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Do you guys think that Kurt Angle will make the main event better or worse? We'll see. I'm not going to say yes or no. I don't care.
Honestly, I don't think it's going to be either way. I don't think it's going to be as, it's not going to be any better than it was going to be before. I mean, for those people that are like huge Kurt Angle fans, yeah, it's going to be cool. It's going to be better for them. For those people that are like, well, I don't like Roman Reigns anyways, it's going to be better for them. But for people that are just like, well, this match could have been this, but now it's this, I don't think it's going to be any better or worse, at least how I would do it. Now, I don't know about WWE, but I don't think it's going to be any better or worse than what they had planned.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Let's take a couple more calls before we make it a night.
Nick's over here dying. I'm dying too.
I'm fucking dying of some kind of god. I think I have strep again, so I have strep again. So it never went away. So I have super bad strep throat, and then
did I lose the call?
Yeah, it's fine.
Go get another one.
Someone just said oats. I want oats.
Oh, excuse me.
Oats are really good. Underrated food.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hello. You guys think that they should have brought up somebody maybe from NXT instead of putting Kurt Angle in this matchup?
No, Kurt Angle would have been the biggest money draw.
Yeah, the biggest money draw. I liked Nick Cole's idea of the NXT champion, but other than the NXT champion, there's really nobody that it would have worked with. If you would have brought somebody up from NXT, if you think about all the baby faces down there, there's no baby face that seems like main event status right now. I mean, what are you going to do? Bring Gargano? Bring Oney Lorcan? Danny Burch?
I love me some Lorcan, though.
Nobody too big. I think that Styles is going to lose the matchup and then go back to SmackDown to feud with Jinder. But
I don't think he's going to feud with Jinder till after Survivor Series, though, which is December.
Yeah.
Because Jinder's going to go do the thing with Brock.
Mm.
So, a lot of possibilities, but thanks, buddy.
Have a good night.
All right.
My new favorite fucking thing in chat is NXT should start their own show. Fucking brilliant idea.
Nick, did that caller call you big?
Probably.
It sounded like he said thanks, or he said something big. I'm like, what? Because you said, I don't even know. Anyways, let's see. Strong Sounding just says AJ and Balor should join the main event and make 5 versus 5. No. I mean, I can see them maybe adding somebody to the Shield team now just to do it because, you know, you can do anything now. But when it was Shield versus 5 guys, it had to be that way. But we'll see what they do. I mean, they could do anything. They're scrambling. I'm hearing that they don't even know what they're going to do. Like, they're still trying to finalize everything. Apparently, according to Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer, he said that WWE found out that they had to pull Roman. First thing they did was went to creative and go, don't ask any questions. Roman's sick. Roman's out. Book this match. This is who you're getting in his replacement. And they were just like, wait, what? Like, nobody, like, this is, that's how last minute all this was. It's just like Roman went to the doctor. I'm assuming Roman was feeling the symptoms, went to the doctor, got diagnosed, told the WWE, and they just went into frenzy mode. That's what I'm assuming happened. Like I said earlier, too, it takes, apparently, according to WebMD, it can take anywhere from 16 to 18 days before you even feel or show symptoms of mumps or viral meningitis. So these guys could have had this for almost a month, not knowing, spreading it around. So who knows who else could possibly have it?
Can we please get hashtag Nick the Sick Bastard trending on goddamn Twitter?
It would be easier if you do Nick the Sick. I don't know.
Nah.
I mean, Nick the Sick would work. Oh, man, I was about to take a call, but lost it.
Ooh, I just burped. Someone said the best movie is Ted. God, no. There's so many better movies out there.
Have you not seen The Waterboy?
Have you not seen Better Call Saul?
Have you not seen Joe Dirt?
Fucking Joe Dirt's a good one.
No. Those are like my 2 favorite movies.
Have you not seen Pulp Fiction?
Have you not seen Walk the Line?
Oh, fuck. That's some good movies right there.
I know, those are my 3 favorite movies.
What's another good movie? Have you never seen Pink Floyd's The Wall?
The Wrestler was better than Ted. I mean, some may not think that because, you know, oh, Ted was super funny. I love the movie The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke, though.
Can we get... have you ever seen the movie... Coughing? It's a good movie. The Pokemon movie? It's a good one. Hashtag Nick the Sick. Fuck it, get it trending. On Twitter, hashtag Nick the Sick, at PWUnlimited, or at PWUnlimited, at PW_Armstrong. Get it trending, you fucking queefs.
But
well, Tim.
I think with that, we're going to end this night. 2 live streams in one day. Never done that before.
I love it. Maybe we'll do more often.
Yeah, we will be live for sure.
Dark Knight and Glorious Bastards. Good point.
We will be live 100% for sure following TLC this Tuesday. What did I just say? Tuesday? Sunday night. If any more news does break on TLC, Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, all these fuckers that are sick and this meningitis and this god dang mumps, whatever you want to call it, well, we'll update you guys. And if there's any more breaking news, we'll possibly go live again. We'll have to see what happens. But, I mean, if there's a lot of news tomorrow about this, maybe we'll go live tomorrow night. Not saying that for sure. But I can say for sure that we will be live after TLC on Sunday night. Might go live a little earlier than 9 since I will be able to on Sunday. So we'll just play it by ear. Expect us to be live the same time, 9 p.m. Pacific, Sunday night, if not a little bit earlier. If we do go earlier, we'll send you a notification on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Nick, you have any closing comments?
I just want to say thank you to everyone tonight that was super friendly and super nice. Thanks to all the callers that called in. Your guys' input is greatly appreciated. Just thanks to everybody. It was a great night. Great show. I love doing this every fucking day, so let's keep doing this. Thank you guys, and we will talk to you guys very soon.
One last thing. Now. Steven Does Gaming said Y2J TLC. That could have been great. That could have been a good idea whether Y2J was able or not. But I think doing the Kurt thing was just a bigger, like, wow factor. What the fuck factor kind of thing. With Jericho, it would have been like, oh, I saw him 6 months ago. But with Kurt, it was like, oh, If I never watched TNA, I haven't seen him in 11 years.
Oh, shit.
So,
alrighty, guys.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Nick's going to go to bed.
Die. Or bed. Both at the same time.
Good night, guys.
Good night.